I'm thinking, all right, lights on the ground. And like, do I, you know, and the certain.
right spot if you want to try to beat Greatest Honor. You need to do it with a horse that has yet to show his best and has an edge on him, at least in terms of flow and tactical speed. And I do think that's Collaborate. I'm probably on the horse everybody's going to be on, Seth. He'll be an easy, clear-cut second choice, in my opinion. But if you're playing these horizontals, anyone with a budget is probably singling Greatest Honor, so you'll get a little extra value that way. So that's how I'll play it. 9-7 over the 10 in the Florida Derby.
Yeah, I put Greatest Honor on top, and you may be right. I just didn't see anybody in this field that I thought was going to be a real obstacle for him, given what he's done already down at Gulfstream. And I'm wondering if he just may be a Gulfstream freak as well. That's going to be interesting to see. If he wins on Saturday, then moves to another track, that's going to be interesting. Soup and Sandwich is a player to me with the 2 wins so far, and a little bit of a price. I'm intrigued that Baffert comes to Gulfstream. That's not normally a move for him. So Spielberg, I kind of think Known Agenda is interesting. I'm going to use him in the mix. Oh, and you said who's betting Known Agenda over Collaborate? Me, only because I don't quite know what to do with Collaborate. You could be totally right, fine. And he can be a star. I had Safi Joseph on the morning he won this race, and I asked him about it. We were talking some stake sources, but I said, you have Collaborate in the maiden special this afternoon. He said, yeah, we're really looking forward to it. We were disappointed we lost the debut. So there was a lot of confidence, and the horse lived up to it. But as you say, now moves maiden special weight into Grade 1 company, 2 turns for the first time. I'm going to kind of take a little bit of a wait and see on that scenario, but I would not talk anybody off of the horse by any means.
Yeah, and the other thing about Known Agenda is he added Lasix last time and got that win too. Just like a soft, like he couldn't possibly lose. He wins by 11, and yet he does it in ridiculously slow time. I don't know. I need to see him prove it. With that being said, and kind of like you alluded to, and like I've alluded to, if it's not Greatest Honor, it really could be anybody. I remember a couple of years ago, Shackelford almost upset this race at like 55-1. And it could be that kind of race, Seth, because if for whatever reason it's not Greatest Honor, if Collaborate can't handle the trip, can't handle the rise in class, a horse like Papito who chased Greatest Honor or something like that. You mentioned Soup and Sandwich. Mark won the Tampa Bay Derby with a lightly raced horse like Helium. I mean, who knows? It's a fascinating race because the horse that is going to be a giant favorite is really not that much faster than anyone else. And that can make it a lot of fun for handicappers.
I'll also toss in off the second in the Sam Davis, I picked up a little future book two books ago on Nova Rag, so I'm rooting for him a little bit too. Got a nice
that's an interesting horse too, because Candyman Rocket came back and was absolutely dreadful in the Tampa Bay Derby, and Bill was thinking about sending Nova Rag to our Derby in Louisiana. He opted here. You're right, Seth. He's a horse that definitely is a player, and honestly, I kind of downgraded him because of the Candyman Rocket angle, but you look at him on paper, he's improving. He's perfectly drawn. You want to be inside here, too, going 9 furlongs on this main track. So he is hardly impossible either at a very, very nice number. He's just one of several that have reason to improve.
Absolutely. All right, Brian, we will let you go. We'll let you head over to the fairgrounds and enjoy, again, their closing weekend. As I said, you guys did a great job throughout the season. Give my best and congratulations on the great meet to, again, Joe Christofek and John Dooley, who we watched throughout, and all the rest of the team down there. And get home safe after the meet.
Seth, I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the kind words throughout the meet here to everybody as well. And let's do this again in a different time zone next Saturday.
Absolutely. All right, Brian Nadeau from the fairgrounds, but handicapping a little Gulfstream. I'll take a quick break. We'll come back and shift our attention to Aqueduct. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Albany County, an incredible destination to live, work, and play, with easy connections to more than a dozen cities from our vibrant modern airport. It's a short trip downtown to a hive of culture and amusement, from world-class shows at the newly renovated Times Union Center to reliving the past at the New York State Museum. From outdoor recreation to shopping to nightlife, Albany County has something for everyone. We'll see you soon.
come on.
I want sales reports on my desk by Monday.
Whoops. My bad.
Love racing? RTN brings you every live simulcast on your home television, plus live video streaming and race replays on your PC and mobile devices. To order, visit rtn.tv. RTN, a breed apart.
Welcome back to the Handicappers Report. Let's dive in now to the Aqueduct Saturday card, which is kind of fun. I think they've done it 4 or 5 years now, maybe. The Claiming Championship, which is kind of a New York claiming crown kind of a thing. A lot of starter stakes races on the card at Aqueduct on Saturday, featuring the workhorses of, no pun intended, the workhorses of the racing game, the claimers. And we open things up on Saturday. Race number 1, the Videogenic Fillies and Mares going 6. I have it 5, 4, 1, and 3. I put Malibu Mischief on top. Short price on the morning line, likely a short price. There are a few horses in this mix today that just kind of stand out, which claiming crown days, you get that as well. What happens is the conditions say have to run for a certain tag in a certain amount of time, and the horse will just have slipped in a race somewhere on the resume that gets them in, but the other races will be much better. And so the horse just kind of classes out. That's kind of the case for Malibu Mischief, who comes in with 2 stakes races in the last 3 starts. Starter allowance last time here at Aqueduct, that was a big front-end win for Rudy Rodriguez. So again, does seem to have an edge. Malibu Mischief on top. Ruby's in time. It's Rick Schosberg with a front-end winner last time. These two, and as I looked at this race, I thought, you know what, there may be some speed in here. And let me find somebody who comes from out of it. I don't know if there is anybody. Let me have it as the horse that doesn't necessarily have any early speed. The others all seem to. So this will be a dog fight from the start. I tilted towards the class. I think Ruby's in time is kind of logical as next best, and then Fair Regis in the 3rd spot. But as I say, in a field of 5, there is a lot of speed in here. 4 of them tend to show it. So we'll see how it plays out tactically and practically. But in the opener, I have it 5, 4, 1, and 3. Race number 2 is the Cascia Electronica. 7 furlongs the trip. I have it 4, 5, 1, and 6. Another short price favorite. This one from Robatras over, and also a short price horse. They're only a couple clicks away. 4 to 5 for American Power. 6 to 5 for Pete's Play Call. I have those 2, 1, 2. Robatras has just had a fabulous meet, and really over the past couple of weeks, it's been even better down there at Aqueduct. But we'll put him on top, riding a 3-race win streak with American Power, coming out of a win in the Toboggan. And as I say, in these types of claiming stakes race days, you get horses like this. So, you know, you don't have to go too far down the page to see this horse running in a stakes race. But too far down to see him running in a claiming race. But last time out, won a grade 3 stake. So comes in with maybe a little class edge over some of these. Now, that said, Pete's Play Call also has been facing stakes company. And 2 back ran a close second to American Power in the Toboggan. So those 2 are kind of logical. 3rd spot, Mad Money's on a best effort, belongs in with this bunch, and it is the other Rudy Rodriguez runner. In race 2 at Aqueduct, I have it 4, 5, 1, and 6. Race number 3 at Aqueduct on Saturday, the Extra Heat, 6.5 furlongs the trip, 4, 5, 2, and 1. I'll put Madamina on top. Comes in with a 2-race win streak at Parks, and Laurel comes in for Jamie Ness. Ness doesn't necessarily fire when he comes to New York. He's certainly potent out of town, not so much in New York. And because of that, I looked in other directions, and Let Me Take This Call is actually the morning line favorite. I have that one right underneath. And I debated. I'm just going to tilt towards the Ness horse. I think in the current form, Madamina may have the edge. But again, on the New York record for Jamie Ness, I can see taking the contrarian view to me. It's not contrarian to the morning line, but Let Me Take This Call coming in with also very good form. Jump for Joy in the 3rd spot. Could be a player on a best effort, but like some of the early races, it seems like there's one or two here that you can hang your hat on. In the third at Aqueduct, 4, 5, 2, and 1. Fourth race at Aqueduct is the Kelly Kip, 6 furlongs to trip, 4, 3, 6, and 2. Man, I am looking for the 4s to get it done in the first few races. 4, 4, 4, race 2, race 3, and race 4. And, okay, not race 5. So I get off the bandwagon there, but we're looking for a string of 4s here early on. 4, 3, 6, and 2 in the fourth. I'll put Bears Mafia on top. Again, a short-priced favorite, goes out for Jeffrey Engelhart. Had a long win streak snapped last time, and last time was last November. So it's a horse that was pulled up, was vanned off, and now has been on the sidelines for quite a while. These are the kind that are just handicapping puzzles, because you could go either way here. But, you know, they're coming back in a little starter stakes race, and so they're not coming back for a 12-5 tag and saying, yeah, you know, there was something going on, so we're going to put the horse up for sale. They come back in this spot off a string of workouts that seem okay. On a best effort, this horse is the one you have to tilt towards, but there are question marks, and there are reasons you can maybe play around in your picks as well if you are looking for a little value. Square Shooter hasn't been seen since mid-January, but that was a nice win for Wayne Potts. But it was a voided claim race. Been saying it right along now. You hear Andy Serling talk about it on the pregame show a lot. There has to be some place where you can find out more info on these voided claims. We don't know at this point, but did win that race. And if the horse comes back ready to roll, belongs in the third spot, Storm Advisory. Nice win last time at a 16 tag. But again, with this field, fits in with the mix. Interesting race with, again, 2 horses in my top 2 slots who are logical on best efforts, but they have question marks. In the fourth at Aqueduct, 4, 3, 6, and 2. Race number 5 at Aqueduct on Saturday. It is the Bel Galante, 7 furlongs, the trip, 1, 2, 7, and 6. Lovely Lady Lexi on top. Orlando Noda, trainee, claimed by Noda and the ownership group. 2 starts back. And the follow-up, first off, for Noda was not good. So it is possible that Noda did not figure this horse out off of the claim, and I may be on the outside looking in when all is said and done here. I just thought that last race was such an aberration that I'm going to draw a line through it and look for this horse to rebound to a better effort. And if we get a better effort, not a big edge, but maybe a slight edge in here. I think Double or Nothing is right in the mix. Like the top pick, the last race is one to draw a line through. And it was the same race as Lovely Lady Lexi last time. Lovely Lady Lexi was a well-beaten 8th. Double or Nothing was a well-beaten 5th. So maybe we'll just look at that as some kind of a quirky race, but a rebound for Double or Nothing puts her right in the thick of things as well. Third spot, Caramel Cream, as opposed to the top 2. This one last time won and did it with a big closing effort down at Parks, however. So again, coming in from out of town, there may be a question mark there. So this is a tough way to wind up your early pick 5 or late pick 5, other than the fact that I think you could probably hit the all button here, because I think you can go pretty slim earlier on, and maybe you hope something kooky happens. But for me in the 5th, I have it 1, 2, 7, and 6. Race number.
Dubai Gold Cup sponsored by Altair Motors, and the last couple out the back. We wait on Subjectivist to go forward. Also Red Verdant to take up its spot. And one of the last to go in will be the international favourite Secret Advisor. So we're almost set for a start now. Red Verdant to come up. And we're almost ready to run. Now to Shane Ryan in position. They're all set. Ready and racing now in the Dubai Gold Cup, and over on the inside for the top again. Well, Mekong really dawdled out of the start and is going to be a long last as they settle down and head down towards the course. It is Subjectivist up on the outside of for the top in the early stages. They were followed by Global Heat over on the inside. Volcanic Sky going up on the outside, followed by Spanish Mission. Next of all is Secret Advisor over on the inside. From away he goes. Veld Elber goes up on the outside. Then Red Verdun getting back is Royal Marine, and Mekong about 3 lengths away at the rear as they charge down the straight. And the front runner for the top leads the Gold Cup field in front of the grandstand. Out by a half length, Subjectivist in second. Up on the outside, Volcanic Sky and Global Heat is over on the fence. They were followed by Spanish Mission covering up the favourite, Secret Advisor, as they come to the judges' tower. Next of all is Veld Elber. Over on the outside of away he goes, 2 lengths to Red Verdun. Then came next of all Royal Marine, and Mekong still back at the rear. The lead section in the early part, 400 metres in 27 and 62. So they go by the Maidan Hotel. Out of the straight they run, 2100 metres to go for the top. Has got away from Subjectivist, led by a length and a quarter as they leave the straight. Over on the inside is Volcanic Sky, and 2 lengths away now to Global Heat. Then came Spanish Mission as they work up the side. Secret Advisor over on the inside, Veld Elber for Germany. Up on the outside of away he goes, 2 lengths off to Red Verdun. Then came Mekong, who's gone by a Royal Marine. Into the back straight they go now in the Dubai Gold Cup, and for the top has made play from the outset for Macau Barcelona. Up on the outside, Subjectivist in second. 2 lengths away now to Volcanic Sky as the field begins to string out a little bit. 3 lengths away then to Global Heat, followed by Spanish Mission. Up on the outside of Secret Advisor now, Veld Elber is sliding up on the outside. Then came away he goes, Red Verdun, Mekong, and back at the tail is Royal Marine. So they're on their way down the back for the top, about to be joined by Subjectivist over on the outside. 2 lengths away in the field then to Volcanic Sky, and Veld Elber has continued that move around the outside, followed by Global Heat. They were followed in turn by Secret Advisor. Away he goes. Spanish Mission just dropped off a couple of horses there, followed by Red Verdun. Then came Mekong, and last of all is Royal Marine as they turn down the side of the track, and slipping away in the front, Subjectivist. Subjectivist got out by 3 over 4 the top. Then came Volcanic Sky. Veld Elber travelling up on the outside into fourth. They were followed by Secret Advisor. William Buick just looking for a little bit of room for it. They were followed by Global Heat up on the outside. Then away he goes, Mekong. Well back Red Verdun as they turn in Royal Marine. But it's well clear Subjectivist as they turn in. Subjectivist out by 4 lengths. Veld Elber ran to second, followed by Global Heat. Then came Secret Ambition. They were followed by Away he goes. Spanish Mission down the outside. Still Subjectivist below the 250. Out by 4, Veld Elber battles away strongly, followed then by Away he goes, and Secret Ambition is Secret Advisor beginning to run on, but the front runner Subjectivist is well clear in the Gold Cup, and Subjectivist is going to run them ragged. Subjectivist wins and wins easily. Second, Veld Elber just ahead of Away he goes. They were followed by Secret Advisor just ahead of Spanish Mission. Then came Global Heat. Behind them Royal Marine. Well back in the run then was Red Verdun, and a gap away to Mekong, and coming in a long way back was for the top, and also Volcanic Sky.
On Saturday afternoon, the Peeping Tom, 6.5 furlongs is the trip. I have it 4, 7, 2, and 1. I thought the 8 was also a little bit interesting. Family Biz on top for Linda Rice. I just think class-wise, this horse may fit nicely with this particular field. Nice win last time for a 40 tag. Then they tried Allowance Company in the follow-up. You know, the number was okay, but it was a 4th place finish. I think just looking at the rest of this particular crew and the class levels they've been racing at, I think Family Biz is going to be a nice fit. I don't jump on this horse with much confidence. I think you can lean with similar confidence on, well, I've listed 5 that I'm looking at in here, and I think they all have things you could make a case for. Xavion in the second spot for me. Hasn't been seen since late January. That was a 4th place finish after 3 nice wins. Little time off, maybe gets this one back on its toes. And the 3 wins in December, November, and October were very good. So again, if we can get this horse back to that level And again, off a little bit of a layoff, I don't think that's out of the question. Xavion's a player. Third spot, 12th Labor, comes in good form off a second two-back and a nice win last time. Rejected again is a Mike Maker trainee that's been facing some allowance company. May class up nicely with this bunch. And Ryan's Cat, I said at the top, I have 4, 7, 2, and 1, but the 8 scares me a little bit. Ryan's Cat, first off the claim last time for Rudy Rodriguez, threw in a triple-digit buyer figure, which is much better than pretty much every number on the page otherwise. 4 starts back, tossed in a nice 91 buyer. The follow-up to that, the horse just went completely backwards, though. I just wasn't sure what to make that big race last time. I'm not going to argue anybody off Ryan's Cat, but I'm taking a slight wait-and-see approach on that big number last time. In the 6th at Aqueduct, 4, 7, 2, and 1, with the 8, again, scaring me a little bit. 7th race at Aqueduct on Saturday. It is the More to Tell mile, the one-turn mile at Aqueduct, 5, 2, 3, and 7. Supreme Aura on top. Rudy Rodriguez trainee, second off the claim on Saturday. The first off the claim race doubled the claiming price and just missed. So I think that bodes well for this afternoon if this horse moves forward at all, or even matches that number last time. I think becomes a serious player here. Malibu Pro in the second spot, claimed last time, moves into the Rudy Rodriguez barn for Mike Rapoli. Potent connections with a potent off-the-claim angle makes Malibu Pro a player. And at 12-1 on the morning line, I thought the Jeremiah Englehart owned and trained Colonel Juan could be interesting because this horse is also coming off the claim. A near-miss effort, back numbers that are good enough, comes in from out of town, but I just found it kind of a clever claim. And you also have to wonder if some of these horses in recent claims, the connections weren't thinking, let's try that claiming championship day and go for a nice, $60K purse with an otherwise, $16,000 claimer. So again, at a price, Colonel Juan, a little bit interesting in the 7th race at Aqueduct. Jumping back in with race number 8 on Saturday afternoon, the Sis City. A mile is the trip. I have a 2, 9, the 1 entry, and 3. Chase and Burn on top. Threw in an absolute clunker last time, and it's one of those that is a handicapping puzzle. You have to decide aberration or a signal that the horse is going in the wrong direction. I'm going to go with aberration. I'm going to hope aberration. Beaten favorite last time, well-beaten favorite. Again, in a race that, as compared to the 3 previous starts, just was totally in the wrong direction. A rebound to the prior good efforts puts this horse right in the mix, however. So we'll hope for that rebound. Chase and Burn on top. Mia Bella Rosa in the second spot, comes in with a 3-race win streak at Parks, however, for Scott Lake. I mentioned with Jamie Ness earlier, Scott Lake is one of those guys out of town. He's a higher percentage kind of a guy. Comes to New York, not so much so typically. So that's the question mark, but this horse is just in very good form right now. And off of that form, maybe the one to beat if we don't get the rebound from Chase and Burn. Sirenic, the 1A and the plain one, excess capacity. They both go out for Linda Rice. I think they're both players in their current form. Excess capacity claimed out of a nice win. Probably does have to move it up a little bit. I don't think that's out of the question. But, this is worth with 24 starts, and nothing on the page is really likely good enough. Well, I don't know. They're in the ballpark, but I do think the horse has to step it up at least a little bit. On the other hand, Sirenic, the last couple of starts, I think, are good enough already. So, again, this is an entry that either half could be players. If I had to say one or the other, I'd probably tilt a little more towards Sirenic in there. Darius Angel could also be a player for Orlando Noda coming off the claim in the 8th at Aqueduct. I have it 2, 9, the 1 entry, and 3. Race number 9 on this claiming championship card is the Stud Muffin, a mile and 3/8 the trip. I have a 3, 1, 4, and 11. I'll put Doubly Blessed on top. Last 3 starts, 3 nice wins for Mike Maker. Trevor McCarthy has been on board the last 2. The question mark, they've all been at a mile. So it's a little bit of a different animal going a mile and 3/8. But really, at that quirky distance, kind of a question mark for all of these. So again, I'll just tilt towards the horse that seems to be in really good, kind of raging good form, really, off the past 3 starts. But there is the question mark that has to be answered on the distance. Musical Heart in the second spot. Mike Dubb, trained by Robert Tross, Manny Franco on board. So you have potent connections. You have a horse with a little bit of early speed. Say it a lot. Kind of counterintuitive. But the longer they go, the more potent the speed is. Why? Because the longer they go, they just tend to let the front runner kind of lope along on the front end. Nobody wants to burn themselves out. And so the early speed from the rail may be dangerous in here at this trip. Heirloom Kitten in the third spot off a couple of nice wins most recently, claimed out of both of those, now winds up in the Ray Handel barn. And as I said, you have to wonder if the claims on this day, horses coming in off claims, maybe the connections weren't thinking, man, let's shoot for a little bit of a purse on the claiming championship day. And that may be the case with Heirloom Kitten in the 9th at Aqueduct, 3, 1, 4, and 11. And we wind things up on Saturday afternoon. Race number 10, the Dad's Caps, 12, 2, 8, and 6. I'll go to the outside with Honorable Service, Rudy Rodriguez trainee that kind of clunked last time in a different barn. Moves in, not claimed, but moves into the Rudy barn. And I think, claim or not, I think the move into the barn is going to be a potent move. And I think the horse is better than we saw last time, so I'll look for a rebound in the hands of Rudy. Second slot, I'll go with Fox Red for Linda Rice. New in the barn of Linda Rice. This one was claimed last time. Not only to move into the Linda Rice barn, but to move under her ownership as well. So Fox Red, I think, will be a player. And the Queen Jewels in the third spot. Claim 2 back. Good close-up second last time and an approved effort. Kind of signals this one as a player in here as well. Race number 10 at Aqueduct, 12, 2, 8, and 6. That takes you through the Aqueduct card. A little bit earlier, Brian Nadeau took a look at the big Gulfstream card. Really a fun day of racing. Gulfstream, Aqueduct with this claiming championship, Gulfstream with the Florida Derby, Turfway with the Jeff Ruby Stakes for the 3-year-olds, and more on their undercard, and plenty of Dubai action still to come as well. So really a nice day. Nice racing across America coming up next. Have interviews with Ron Nicoletti from Gulfstream Park looking at the Gulfstream Stakes. Have Shug McGahee talking Greatest Honor and more. And Ellis Starr also going over his thoughts on some of the Gulfstream Stakes. So a big racing across America coming up next. Stay tuned for all of that. Thanks for tuning in to the Handicappers Report. Good luck this afternoon.